Well, obviously the major thing is we're now in full frame, you know, so we've got full pixel readout in full frame at 24p, 25p, 30p. We can do 50p, 60p, 4K at 8-bit in camera and 10-bit through the HDMI on the expert through here. You know, we've got the similarities. We've got dual slots. One is obviously the XQD card at the bottom and the SD card at the top. GH5S is 2 SDs. So we've got the same kind of functionality, and we can record on one to the other, hot swap between them both. We've also got 6K photo mode on here, and I've been shooting anamorphic in 4:3 format. So only a 30 frames per second mine. We can't do 24p, 25p. But that's chiefly the main differences at the moment is the full frame sensor readout. One of the little things I've got to mention, you can switch this down to APS-C mode as well, almost Super 35 as you know. So that's a 1.5 crop. So if you want to use APS-C style lenses, yes you can do. Man, this week at the show in particular, on the launch here, we've had people from Sony, Canon and Nikon coming over. In fact, we've won an industry award here at the show for best camera, as you've probably seen. We can do a cutaway later if you want. It's been really well received. We've got people coming up all the time, and we don't have to say anything. We just say, look, just try it, and they're really, really, amazed by the performance of the color science. The autofocus speed is much better, much better than I've seen on the GH5 or GH5S. We're improving it all the time as well. Firmware updates. We've also got the log upgrade vlog coming up in the next few months. We don't know exactly when, but that will also offer 422 10-bit internally at 24, 25, 30p. The great thing about this is got dual IS, so in-body in IBIS, image stabilization. If the lens has got it, of course, you can use that dual IS technology. So you can move around it. It works really, really well, even on a full frame sensor. And I've been using it, and it's fantastic. You don't have to get into people's faces. But having said that, there are people who want to switch off the in-body image stabilization and get gimbals such as I've been using the Ziontech Crane 3. And that works superbly, so I've got pictures if you want to share them. Well, I always program the custom setups like I do with the GH5S, GH5. So I like to have hybrid log gamma at the moment because we haven't got V-log. So that's my go-to. So I'll shoot in hybrid log gamma, or I can shoot in light Rec 709. But hybrid log gamma gives me that extra detail in the highlights. That's specular highlights I can pull out, which you can't quite do with a Rec 709 standard dynamic range. So we've got HDR in this, very much like we have with the GH5, GH5S, but this is the Rec 2100 standard, so the luminance matrix is enhanced to support all these new TVs, which go all the way up to Dolby Vision, so we can support that higher brightness luminance. Absolutely. Well, I've started filming. We're filming a film called Faustus. It's a classic old film about a guy who sells his soul to the devil for 24 years of knowledge and power. It's a common sort of story, like Meet Joe Black sort of thing. But at the end of it, achieving all that, he has to sell his soul back to the devil, and we obviously know what's going to happen. But it's a classic story. We're filming it with the EVA1. We've actually filmed some scenes with the GH5S, and I've now just begun filming a lot of interior scenes with the S1 and its magical full frame bokeh and depth of field. But they all work really well and they cut well together. Been filming in hybrid log gamma, all three use and share the same kind of profile, and they just work magically. So I'm really pleased with this particular camera.